Now, there's a strong rumor going around that the CGN has told Bola Ahmed Tinubu that APC to prepare for a rerun as two more justices banned from the US after secret phone conversation intercepted. The Chief Justice of Nigeria (CJN) Olukayode Ariwoola is alleged to have informed Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC to prepare for a rerun election. This is even as three private phone conversations he had with Tinubu, DG, DSS, Yusuf Bichi, and two other justices of the Supreme Court was leaked to the US authorities. Those two justices have been added to the list of six Supreme Court justices banned from entering the US, bringing the number to eight. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You see, I learned that the judges wants to compromise. It's going viral. In fact, we should all appreciate every obedience that is around us. We should all appreciate every obedience that is around us. Because these people, they are doing something that others cannot do. If not for the help of the obedient movement and the obedient family, a lot of errors would have happened in this. They would have just wiped off the case. And by so doing, it will be difficult for Peter Obi to reclaim his mandate. I'm saving some hard copies that I'm going to give you as an evidence. But first of all, let's look at INEC written statement just spreading naked lies. You see, INEC is spreading naked lies, and today I'm going to give credit to Teddy Ezeike for providing this piece. We want to understand that it seems INEC do not understand common English. They don't understand common English, and by so doing, they have already shot themselves in the leg. As number one, as in the attached, INEC is claiming that there is nowhere in the INEC regulations that prevents collation without the data uploaded on the collection system and IREF. That means they are claiming that there is nowhere in their law that prevents the collation without the data. That means they want to collect without the data uploaded to the collection system and IREF. Number two, the incontrovertibly fact is that indeed clause 48 subsection A of the INEC regulation attached clearly stipulated that collation cannot commence until the hard copy result is validated. Collation cannot commence until the hard copy is validated. So the INEC collation officer cannot, collect or commence the collation until the hard copy is validated with result uploaded onto the IREF. For validation to happen, the uploaded result must be available. This is deep. For the collation to happen, this is in their law, clause 48 bracket A. For validation to happen, the uploaded result must be available. Number three, INEC also claimed that in clause 93, where according to their written defense, IREF copies can only be sought when INEC copy or police agent copies are not available. Let's read again. INEC also claimed that in clause 93, where according to their written defense, IREF copies can only be sought. That can only be sought when INEC copy or police agent copies are not available, which are lies. Reading attached clause 93 of the regulation is completely the opposite of their claims. We are now opposing to number 3. A. The clause 93 is referring to the collated result that informs EC8B to E and not the uncollected result entered at the polling unit in form EC8A. It is important to note that no collation happens at the polling unit. Collation only starts at the wards. No collation happens at the polling unit. Collation starts at the ward. B. The clause says that where the INEC hard copy of collated result is not available, the result uploaded on the IRF will be relied on to continue collation. Simple English. I don't know how else to explain this thing. The clause says that where the INEC hard copy of collated result is not available, the result uploaded onto the IREF would be relied on to continue collation. C. It is only when none of these collated results are not available that police copy or agent copies of collated results will be relied upon. INEC is really shooting themselves in the leg. Now let's look at the fact of the CGN calling Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC to prepare for a rerun. You see, the level of bribery that this man can go to pay anybody just to make sure that the the rules or whatever law favors him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he can go to any length. And I know that if the youth were not actually interested in this election or didn't pay much attention to this election, it would have been easy for them to turn around and turn against Peter Obi's mandate. Of course, people are waiting. A president will come and tell us that there will be an anarchy. You stole somebody's mandate and they are telling you that you are going to come down from that seat. You say they are going to be an anarchy. It shows how desperate these people are and how frustrated the CGM is. Before I continue reading the failed state of INEC, we need to understand that these people will not continue to play with our life, because our life is not for gambling. Our life is not meant to, live at large and begin to make unnecessary decisions. This is Nigeria. Nigeria must survive. We cannot continue to survive. We need to start living. Now, number 5 of the failed state of INEC, it is important to note that there is nowhere in the Electoral Act or INEC regulation that would ever require police or agent copies of Form EC8A uncollected result for collation. Number 6, it is equally important to note that Yes. It is equally important to note that there is nowhere in the Electoral Act of what? There's nowhere in the Electoral Act or INEC regulation that only INEC hard copy from EC8A uncollected result can solely be used for collation. In contrast, there are provisions in the INEC regulation per clauses 48B, 51 and 93 that warrant solely the use of from EC8A uncollected result uploaded onto the IREF or from EC8B to D collated result uploaded onto the IREF for collation. This is one of the beautiful cases. We need to put our eyes on the judiciary. If not, we'll be failing our unborn children. They are trying every possible best. And note, another information is reaching us that Justice Ugo has resigned. This is another rumor. It's another rumor citing demands to kneecap democracy. Says siding with Tinubu would mean the death of Nigerian democracy. In a shocking and unprecedented move, Nigeria Justice Ugo has resigned from the bench, citing demands from the executive branch that he believes will destroy the country's democracy. Now, this is still a rumor, that's why I won't go deep into it, and it has not been confirmed. But if it is eventually confirmed that this news that Justice Ugo has resigned, then there's a problem already in the judiciary. And if you have one eye on the judiciary, please, you need to have 4 eyes on the judiciary. Thank you for supporting the Future News. Peace.